I decided to go into Walmart this morning and check out the toy department. Didn't expect to find anything, but did run across this Transformers Studio Series Bumblebee. For some reason, with these Transformers, I want to open them and mess with them. So I'm trying to stick to getting the ones that are in boxes where I can put them back into the packaging and still have a display like this. I'm working on rearranging this room some, and I need to figure out the lighting situation, but still wanted to do a quick video for this. So we're going to open this, take it out, transform it, check it out, go through whatever it has with it, and give a little review. This was the price on this guy. Rollback was, it had a rollback tag. I don't know what it had previously been, probably the exact same price, but after tax and everything, it was $18 out the door. So packaging on this one actually looks decent. Most of the stuff at my local store, the packaging looks rough. It looks like it's just been handled roughly. So I'm using a box cutter to cut the tape, and I'm gonna try to get this thing open without tearing the box. Yeah, it's odd. I don't open any of my G.I. Joe stuff, but you know, I'll no hesitation open up a Transformer and play with it. I don't know, maybe it's just the fact that they're neat and there's stuff to do with them. Contents of the box: you have the figure in a plastic tray. He is it's got those little plastic bands holding everything tight, so I'll cut those apart. May or may not do that on camera. The box feels kind of heavy, like there's more stuff in here. It looks like there is a... Oh, okay. So inside the box is a cardboard display. It's a cardboard display. According to the back of the box, you can see here, this is a cardboard display for Bumblebee. That's pretty cool. Different. And the instruction booklet. So I'm going to stick this cardboard display back into the box because that's, you know, I'm not going to leave this thing out of the box. Back in easy. Instructions. Oh wow, there's 22 steps to turning this guy into a car. 22 steps. Transformers I had when I was a kid, nothing like that at all. Nothing like that at all. I don't know, a lot of you watching this probably grew up with Transformers and G.I. Joe and whatnot. But, alright. All of these little tabs and things here, I'm going to go ahead and unpackage the figure and safely get it out of the tray. And I'll be right back. So finally got Bumblebee free from his plastic prison here. I gotta say, taking this guy out may not have been the best idea in the world if I want to put him back in. You know, overall, without messing with it or anything, really doing anything with it, the figure feels all right. I don't know. It honestly feels kind of cheaply made. Feels like it would be really easy to break it. You know, quality I don't think is necessarily top notch. You know, the plastic feels soft. it feels like it would be pretty easy to break it. So let's go through the instruction steps here and see if we can transform this guy. Convert him into car mode. Yeah, see, that's... that looks weird. Definitely a different type of toy than what I'm used to from when I was a kid. Or than what I was used to when I was a kid. Transformers didn't look anything like this, really. They certainly weren't that articulated. Yeah, there's a lot of articulation here with the feet, the hands, the arms. Everything has a lot of articulation. So step one. I don't know exactly what it is that they're showing here. Step one looks like well, these are already in that position. So I don't know what they're wanting here. Oh, shit. Well, I broke it. I didn't break it. It just came apart. This thing would be so easy to break. 18 bucks. Quality, whatever. It looks like it's pretty self-explanatory as far as transforming it, even though it shows that there's 22 steps. Come on, 22 steps for a transformer. Get out of here. I mean, it looks cool, don't get me wrong, but that's a lot. That's a lot of steps. Especially for a kid. What's this say? Ages 8 and up. I mean, I'm a little more than 8 years old. Not by much, but I'm a little more than 8 years old. This is a task. This is a task even for me. And I gotta say, so far, I'm not really a fan of this. Yeah, I'm still probably gonna get more Transformers, but I think in the future I'm probably gonna steer away from some of these and go more along the lines of the Masterpiece series. I've been looking at the Masterpiece series and I've been looking at some of the knockoff. I'm not sure if I'm saying this right or not. The Wei-Jang. Looking at some of those. Those are pretty interesting. Really good looking figures. This guy, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through the actual processes here and figure this out. Because this piece, this was loose in the package. The windshield and top of the car. I think I know where this goes, but I'm not 100% sure. Just looking at the package here, it shows it as being attached back here, but it's, it certainly was not. Oh, that's shitty. So the reason this was just loose in the package, apparently it attaches right here. And it just kind of flops around and looks like it's bent or something. Like maybe it's supposed to fit there and fit kind of tight, but it's not at all tight fitting. There's a little nub on each side of this. I don't know if you guys can see it, but one of them looks a lot smaller than the other, and it's not broken. It's very smooth looking. It's not broken, but it just, I'll show you how it connects. connects right here. And it's just not tight at all. $18 for this. Quality wise, Hasbro, you have failed. You have definitely failed, Hasbro. Yeah, look, I mean, it falls off. This is junky. If I had kids, I would not buy this for my kid to play with. It says ages 8 and up. This thing doesn't even stay on. What a piece of junk. I understand. Yeah, sometimes there's factory errors and whatnot, but get out of here. Come on. Guys, if you want something that's akin to maybe a Lego set that's just going to come apart and you can put together here and there, get one of these guys. Just an update on progress. I've never had a toy piss me off like this, but this guy is about to be thrown across the room. The windshield on top of the car, the fact that it is malformed and doesn't stay where it's supposed to. The fact that so many pieces of this thing are literally just coming apart as you try to manipulate it. I understand now why it's made out of a softer, less brittle plastic. I understand that very, very well now. If this thing was made out of a solid plastic, like what the older Transformers were, it would truly be broken in no time. But luckily, I haven't broken anything with it yet. This says ages 8 and up. I'm 36 years old. I'm having trouble with this, and I'm having trouble with the shitty directions with it. I don't know. Maybe my mind just doesn't work in the way that this thing needs for it to, but I'm almost there. I've got to do the upper part of the figure to get him back into car configuration. We'll take a look at it in car configuration, and then maybe on camera we'll go ahead and turn it back into a robot, get it back in the packaging, and I'll show you guys that. Cool display. I should have left it in the box and just not bothered with trying to take it out and play with it or transform it or anything. So I'll put it back in its tray after I get it back into robot mode, and that's where it's going to stay. One thing that I will show you is that the arms just pop right off. Well, they're not supposed to pop off like that necessarily, but hell, I don't know. I've probably got... There we go. This hand pops off this joint, and you can replace the hand with a gun. Maybe. I think I've got that backwards. All these little joints and pieces, man, they kind of fit, whatever. We'll deal with this later. Fully transformed into vehicle mode. Yeah, that looks stupid. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a fuel cell or a parachute or what, but that's the storage place for his arm cannon. Fully transformed into car mode. This is... It took me a little bit of time to get this thing put together, and it's really not something that I want to do again. Very cool, the fact that it goes from this to this. I mean, that's way more of a transformation than what anything that I had when I was a kid would have done. As far as quality and construction goes, I mean, this is just... It's lightweight plastic. Between pieces coming apart while I was transforming it to just the difficulty of the transformation. These things if I had kids, I wouldn't get one of these to my kid to play with. So let's try to get it back into robot mode. And I know that part of it's gonna literally fall apart as I'm taking it off of here. This roof, the roof, back glass, this whole piece here does not connect for shit inside there. I've shown that connection, and it sucks. So see if we can do this without breaking it here. Get the doors unclipped and get the well, that keeps coming off, so I'm just gonna leave that for right now. Hell, I don't know if I can even get it to transform back into robot mode. See what I mean? Like, I put zero pressure on this. There was I was just moving the arm, and it just popped right off. Which, I guess that's better than it break. Oh, come on, now the hand came off. I guess it's better than it breaking, but, you know, that's a little bit annoying. Yeah, I might as well just take it apart to transform it. Hell, I can't even get it to come apart now. So, off camera we go. Now that I've got the arms out, I'm going to put them back together. And hopefully get this thing back into robot mode. Yeah, this is a pain. Please just line up. Does not want to line up. There we go. Now that that's lined up, and the lower arm is very loosely back in place. Here we go. Ready to continue the rest. Maybe. Maybe. These pieces out. This thing here is just gonna pop right off like a useless piece of junk. The hood snapped in is probably like the most secure piece, and I'm afraid I'm going to break it taking it apart. We're going to go off camera again here real quick. Okay, the absolute most secure part of the robot is the hood. And there with the arm again. Jesus, man. We're just going to leave that off for right now. Not worry about it. It'll probably make it easier to transform anyway without all the extra pieces hanging out there. So he comes apart here. Like, this just barely stays together anyway. There's a tab and a slot. You know. Tab and a slot. We'll just pull these right off. Let's not worry about actually trying to transform it. Let's just start pulling pieces off of it. Yeah. In case you can't tell, there's a slight bit of frustration in my voice. Come on, let's go. There we are. So we are on our way back to robot mode here. There we go. Well, that was a lot easier than... it was actually a lot easier doing that than it was... Oh, well, see, this would have been nice to know that these pieces slide out like that. Yeah, that would have been great. Yeah, I didn't even realize that. The instructions don't say anything about it. That the feet slide in and out to make things apparently a little bit easier. So, let me get these tabs back in here. So there are the feet. It seems like the majority of these parts go together with tabs. Let's see if I have this correct here. This is turning everything back around. Hopefully we aren't going to be pulling any more pieces off. Not that I really care, but... yeah, I don't think that it's going to be broken or anything. I'm taking it apart. So, this piece will stick in a tab on his actual body trunk. And my dog's getting ready to get mad at me because he wants to eat. So these pop out of these tabs and fold down. And here in a minute I'll grab the rest of his arm. And these pieces here, the front of the car, just turn up like this. So what do you guys think? Overall, not bad. No, it's a frustrating piece of junk that I would not give a child to try to play with. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to grab the other piece of his arm and put that on, show it to you guys, and switch it out for the cannon. So the way this is supposed to work is like I showed you earlier. The windshield clips onto the bottom side of the hood. The roof is supposed to fold under, and then you have, well, the hood just kind of hangs back here. It should be part of this, and it should... it looks like there should be a spot for it to like plug into this hole here, maybe? I don't see a tab on the roof or anything, so hell with it. Get his arm back on. Now, we'll see if we can get this off here without it just... more pieces coming off. Still. Jesus. This thing is floppy with it plugged in. So there's his arm cannon. There's the arm cannon. Yeah, I'm very disappointed with this. This thing, you know, if it didn't come apart so easily, you would probably break it transforming it. But this is not, the quality and everything on this is just disappointing. The Hot Rod figure that I reviewed earlier, Hot Rod was actually pretty cool. Reminiscent of an old G1 Transformer. That is definitely not these guys. I kept seeing, I've seen these things on the shelves for years and thought, man, those are really a step up from the Transformers that I had when I was a kid. Those are really a step in the right direction. Now that I've gotten my hands on one, this is, they're junk. And it's sad. $20 for a piece of flimsy junk. You want to spend that? Spend your money on something else. Buy some vintage toys or something for your kids to play with. These are junk. Alright, I'm going to get it back in the packaging and show that to you guys. Just show you that it does go back in the packaging if I can get it back in there. But yeah, definitely disappointed with this purchase. I know that some of you probably like them. Some of you probably like them a lot. This is the, almost dropped the box. This is the Studio Series 01 Bumblebee, Takara Tomy, Hasbro. It's Transformers Generations. I don't really know that much about them, dude. I don't know enough about Transformers to really say as like exactly what series this is from or anything like that. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Probably that I'm retarded or something. Other people probably do this with ease. But this is the first time that I've laid hands on a new modern generation of Transformer. The Hot Rod that I had done previously, the reissued Hot Rod that I bought, that was the first Transformer that I had touched since I was a kid. So I'm willing to try more of them. I'm gonna keep this. I might give this away or something in some kind of a drawing on Facebook or something like that. $18. It's it's not like it's breaking the bank, but $18 for this is a disappointment. Yeah. All right, I'll get it back in the package and show you guys that I was at least capable of doing that. So, thanks. Fastened in enough to stay and not just fall down in the packaging. The hood and windshield, the roof and windshield are laying back behind them in the same spot they were at whenever I bought the figure. Yeah, I still stand by my opinion of this, my review of this. These are junk. If you want to buy them and collect them, more power to you. I would not open it and mess with it. It's just not a playable toy. Not in my opinion. It says ages 8 and up, but this is I've never really had a toy frustrate me like this one did, but just the fact that it kept coming apart as I was putting it back into its car mode. I guess that's better than joints or pieces breaking. Well, it's definitely better than pieces breaking, because then I would have really been pissed off and probably taken it back and made a scene at Walmart. But for now, I'll keep it. I'll stick it on a shelf. I may end up giving this away in some kind of a Facebook drawing or something. I just joined some Transformers groups because I really am thinking about getting into collecting them, but I've got to decide exactly what I'm going to collect. If I get into Transformers, it's going to be something very specific. It's not going to be everything like it is with G.I. Joe. It'll be something very specific. Honestly, I'm not opposed to just buying knockoffs and doing reviews on YouTube or whatever, man. But this was a cool one to do. It at least let me know what I don't want to buy, and that's these guys, these movie style Transformers. I won't be buying these. If I really get into it big, which I seriously doubt that I will, this is just something I would buy and never open. And that was the whole premise behind buying one that was in a box instead of buying one in a blister pack, because I could open it, check it out on camera, and put it back in the box and still set it on a shelf. And hey, still makes a nice display. It does look cool in the box. For 18 bucks, given the price of the other Transformer stuff, 18 bucks isn't terrible, but there's no playability with this. If it was something G.I. Joe, I'd buy it and not even think about paying 18 bucks for it and just stick it on a shelf. But for some reason, I just want to take these out of the box and play with them. Hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Click on the bell so that you get notifications when I upload new videos. I'll be doing some more G.I. Joe, Black Major, Red Laser. I've got all kinds of videos lined up. Hope that you all have a happy Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is tomorrow, and I've got way too much to do. I've got more to do than I really care to think about. But I wanted to get a video done since I hadn't uploaded one in about a week or so. And just trying to stay active with it. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. See you next time.